Well, let's get from the holiday craft to the holiday crap. Let's go to the AEW Dynamite ratings here, Jim.
How low can you go?
Just because we've been mentioning it lately, although NXT was back on their normal night. NXT on Tuesday, November 12th, 8 to 10 p.m., CW, 631,000 viewers. AEW Dynamite.
Very comparable to last week. I'm sorry.
AEW Dynamite, Wednesday, November 14th, TBS, 8 to 10:09 p.m. On average, watched by 666,000 viewers.
Woo! The mark of the beast, and they have gotten a big boost, a big comeback. For what?
Think about what you're saying. You're saying 666 is a big comeback.
Well, last week it was 500 and whatever the fuck, wasn't it?
Last week was 523.
Yeah. So,
actually, this is a big one. The trailing 4-week average is 605.
Yeah. They've made a big comeback here to the level that NXT was at when they were laughing at NXT for having putrid ratings and they were beating them.
Well, let's go to the quarter hours. These were compiled by WrestleNomics. Quarter 1, 8 to 8:15 p.m. Jay White and Juice Robinson versus Christian Cage and Hangman Adam Page. 775,000 viewers.
Okay, this is intriguing because I was thinking that they were going to start out with a massive number and then drop like a stone from there, but they're not really that massive at the end. So to make this average, is this another one of those programs where for the kind of people who like that kind of thing, that's the kind of thing these people liked?
Well, we shall find out. Quarter 2, 8:15, 8:30 p.m. The Mercedes Moné Camille Chris Statlander backstage angle with a fake wall, an ad break, and the start of Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher's live promo. 649,000 viewers.
Oh, good Lord. So that's 126,000 people, and they've got to go up, or they can't go down consistently from there. They won't make their average.
Well, quarter 3, 8:30 to 8:45 p.m. The continuation of the Ospreay Fletcher promo, now including Mark Davis, Powerhouse Hobbs, Lance Archer, and Brian Cage, which leads into Roderick Strong versus Lance Archer. No holds barred or whatever it was.
Falls count anywhere.
With picture-in-picture ads. Followed by Konosuke Takeshita's live angle, followed by Adam Cole versus Takeshita. 683,000 viewers.
Okay, so they had to make sure that they were safe from the Mercedes effect before they came back, and they gained 34,000.
We got a quarter 4 now, 8:45 to 9 p.m. Adam Cole versus Konosuke Takeshita with picture-in-picture ads. The post-match with Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly and Ricochet. The Death Riders backstage angle, an ad break. MVP Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin's backstage angle. What was their backstage angle?
It's a promo. And that's another thing. By the way, I don't mean to go off on a tangent here. And I understand that everybody gets the terminology they see on the internet, but it's not an angle if you just have a promo, or even if somebody comes into your promo and says something to you, that's not a fucking angle. An angle is a happening or an instance that is designed to heat up a goddamn rivalry or bad feelings between two entities. And it's not just every goddamn interview that ever takes place. Go ahead.
Well, where were we? I don't even know.
Quarter 4. We were about to find out what that was.
665,000 viewers.
Okay, and they went back down. There went another 18,000.
We go now to quarter 5, the big 9 o'clock hour, 9 to 9:15 p.m. The Death Riders JD Drake ramp angle, Orange Cassidy and John.
That's a rampage where they throw a guy that we never see and probably won't see ever again out on the fucking stage and hit him 4 or 5 times with a chair. That's not an angle.
The Orange Cassidy John Moxley live confrontation, an angle with the Death Riders and the Conglomeration and Darby Allin. Oh, and you skipped the next thing, one of the worst things I've seen. Followed by the Learning Trees backstage promo.
Oh, shit, I forgot about that. Did we skip over that? I must have flipped the page.
719,000 viewers.
Holy shit, how did they do it? Top of the second hour, but...
I take over TBS. Movies for guys who like Moxley.
So the people believed he was going to do some kind of major thing, and they tune in to see it. He does a live interview, and he runs out of the building.
I'm taking over. I'm going to go crazy. Hey, where's that Joe Bob Briggs? I like it. I used to like him.
So they started at 775. They went in the 600s for the rest of the first hour. Now they're back up to 719 for the top of the second hour. Where do they go from here?
They go to quarter 6, 9:15 to 9:30 p.m. The Britt Baker-Penelope Ford match with picture-in-picture ads. The post-match with Serena Deeb. The Mina Shirakawa Harley Cameron backstage angle. Angle! That's an angle!
That's an angle. Right.
Oh, hold on. That was the most ridiculous thing ever.
I'm surprised somebody didn't get a black eye off of that fucking thing.
Followed by Lio Rush versus Swerve Strickland, or the start of it. 678,000 viewers.
And they're back to, about where they were in the middle of hour one. So this has not been a train wreck as far as starting big and dropping precipitously. It's just a smaller audience overall than they used to have.
Well, we continue to quarter 7, 9:30 to 9:45 p.m. The Lio Rush Swerve Strickland match continues with picture-in-picture and full-screen ads.
I hope Swerve's going to be okay. That was a hell of an ass-kicking.
The post-match angle with Swerve Strickland, MVP, Bobby Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin. 621,000 viewers.
Ugh. That's another 57,000. That's a low point of the show, and you can tell that there is some fatigue beginning to set in from just how much more can they see.
You know, it's one of those things, just a real quick break here before we get to the end. With Swerve Strickland, you know, when people make a big deal out of his contract and how much money he's getting, that's one of the things you look at. He never, I mean, his stuff with Danielson, we talked about it a lot when talking about Danielson, but Swerve's involved. The numbers go down. They're not going up.
Well, because remember, the people started liking him on their own when he was a dastardly home-invading heel and started cheering him and chanting for him and just carrying him out of the building on their shoulders. And as soon as they went with that, they beat him and made him look like a feckless putz for so long that I think now, besides the cool thing, Whose House, Swerve's House, you know, they'll do that if it's in front of them, but they don't want to spend a lot of money to go to Swerve's house.
Well, we go to quarter 8. I remind you we have an overrun. 9:45 to 10 p.m. The Jamie Hayter promo into the Julia Hart video. An ad break. The beginning of FTR versus the House of Black with picture-in-picture ads. 597,000 viewers.
Ouch.
9-minute overrun. Continuation of FTR versus House of Black. Post-match with Private Party. 567,000 viewers.
Well, and remember I mentioned that they were at 10 o'clock, top of the hour, they were in break, so they lost 30,000 people for the overrun. So that negatively affected them rather than positively. So they started at 775 and they ended up at 567, which is 208,000 viewers, but that's not as big a percentage as they usually lose. So this program would have to be deemed a ratings success by their standards. Just an artistic abomination.
Well, there it is, the abomination known as Dynamite.